Hi and welcome to day 42 of our 40 days through the Gospel of John. Another little bit of bonus content as we draw towards the end of the book of John. We're in John chapter 21, and just looking at the very beginning of this, Jesus has risen from the dead. He's appeared to many of the different disciples. And then we reach this story where many of the disciples return to go fishing. Peter has this idea of going fishing and a number of them follow him. And they go out fishing and they're catching nothing. Now, various theories abound as to whether Peter's doing the right thing or the wrong thing or what he is doing. The funny thing is Jesus doesn't seem to berate him or tell him off for it. We don't have anything to tell us whether he's in the right or wrong. What we do know is that Jesus appears while Peter and his friends are fishing and catching nothing. And Jesus calls to them from the shoreline and says, "Friends, have you any fish?" This is verse 5. And they say, "No, we haven't caught anything." And he says, "Throw your net on the right side," not as in the right-hand side, not the right and wrong, but the right-hand side of the boat. And they do that. And when they did, it says they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. I just pause there in this chapter. We'll cover the rest tomorrow. But just see this, that Jesus isn't saying whether it's right or wrong. What he's saying is, I want to be with you in it. And also, I think he's demonstrating what he's taught previously in John chapter 15, where he's talking about, I'm the vine and you are the branches. And he says, without me, you can't do anything. Peter is here fishing by himself, well, with his friends, but without Jesus. And he's achieving nothing. And Jesus comes along and he manages to catch many fish. And I don't think Jesus is judging whether he should be fishing or not. I think what he's saying is, you can go fishing with me or without me, but without me, you'll get nowhere. You can go preaching on a street corner, Peter, as he will do a number of days later in the book of Acts. But if you do it without me, no one's going to listen. But if you do it with me, you can achieve so much more. You know, you can be raising a family without Jesus and you won't be successful. But if you do it with him, abiding in him, you'll be able to do great things. You can lead a church without Jesus and it won't go anywhere, or you can do it with him and he will put his hand of favor upon it. You could be in the office place without him and you won't get very far. But if you do that with him, he will have his hand upon you. You know, Jesus says, without me, you can't do anything of value. That doesn't mean that everything's going to turn to gold and that you'll succeed in everything. But what he's saying is, with me is so much better than without me. And so often I think we discover, especially when we've journeyed with Jesus for a while, when we start to wander off and we try and do something in our own strength, we discover this isn't going anything like it should do. And Jesus appears and says, why don't you do it my way? And we see the situation turn around. And so the challenge and the invitation for us today is, do we do it with Jesus or without him? And when we listen to his voice, no matter what you're doing, whether it looks like the secular or the sacred, whether it's the normal bits of life or the super spiritual bits, you can do both of those without Jesus, or you can do it with him. And it's so much better with him. So why don't you invite Jesus into whatever you're facing today, no matter how normal and ordinary it seems, or how super spiritual it might be, whatever it is, say, Jesus, come and direct my steps and tell me what to do and where to go, because without you, I can't do anything, Lord. Have a great day.